Hi, my name is Lori Russell, and I'm the speech therapist here at Children's Center.
My name is Philip, and I'm a teacher at the Children's Center. Can you tell us why understanding choice is important for our students?
Let's talk about making choices and why it is important for your student to have the skill. So when your student is able to communicate and make a choice, that gives them independence and it motivates them to communicate even more. It helps them to be able to participate more independently in their academics, and it also helps improve their everyday life skills.
So what are the ways students indicate choice?
There are many different ways to communicate a choice. Some of those include verbal language, vocalizing, reaching and pointing, eye gazing and blinking, and choice boards.
I asked some of the teachers and staff here at Children's Center what they see on a daily basis when it comes to students indicating their choice. Here's what they said.
Vocalization. They smile and they laugh.
They make noise and point at pictures.
Eye gaze.
They reach and they point.
Looking at things that they're interested in, pointing to things they're interested in.
Vocalization, body movement, eye gazing.
So let's go over the types of indications as well as an example of each one.
Let's talk about verbal language. Verbal language can be anything from using single words to maybe putting together some word combinations to communicate or make your choice.
Let's look at an example of someone indicating a choice verbally.
Hey, would you like to play on the computer or go for a walk?
Walk.
All right, let's go for a walk.
Vocalizing. Vocalizing can just be your student using their voice in any way. It might be a grunt, it might be a long noise, it could be like a word approximation, something that's close to a word, but they would use their voice in some way to communicate or make a choice.
Let's look at an example of someone vocalizing to indicate a choice.
Mallory, which toy would you like to play with?
Another way to make her choice is by reaching or pointing to something. Sometimes our students are not physically able to reach out their hand. Maybe they can, or maybe they can isolate a finger to actually point to something, but sometimes they may even use other parts of their bodies, like their arms, or even their leg, or even their head, to communicate and point it towards what they want to do.
Let's look at an example of someone reaching or pointing to indicate a choice.
Which book would you like to read? Diary of a Worm or The Very Hungry Caterpillar? The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Are you sure? Okay, good choice.
Eye gazing is a great way for your child to communicate and make a choice. Take note of what they're looking at and in which direction their eyes are looking. It might be that they're trying to indicate by staring at something across the room that that's what they want.
Let's look at an example of someone eye gazing to indicate a choice.
So our choices here are go outside or dance. So you would present it to the student. What do you want to do? Do you want to dance or do you want to go outside? Look at the one you want. You're looking at dance. Let's dance. Blinking their eyes is another way that your student can communicate a choice. They may be able to be consistent when you ask them a question or show them a picture to blink their eyes to indicate that that's what they want.
Let's look at an example of someone blinking to indicate a choice.
Would you like to play with the toy? Would you like to read the book? All right, you chose the book. Let's read.
Choice boards can also be used as a means of communication and in making choices. Using a choice board is another way for your student to communicate and to make a choice.
Let's look at an example of someone using a choice board to indicate a choice.
All you have to do is get your student to, in whichever way is most comfortable to them, choose which activity they would like to do for the day.
This is an example of a choice board that's digital. You can use Google Slides, and each of these pictures represents a different activity. The student on an iPad or a laptop is just going to click, and then it's going to take you to that activity.
Communication is powerful, and if your student can actually make a choice on their own, it gives them so much more independence. They're able to participate more in their classroom activities, and they're able to communicate and be more independent in choosing what activities or what items they want throughout the day, whether it's a television program, different kinds of music, or even a specific toy, video, or TV program. So start looking for those nonverbal communications, encourage the verbal communications, and empower your student to make choices.